What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Books by Adrian author platform. My name is Adrian Santiago. I'm your host today. We are going to be talking about some books I just picked up. One I'm currently reading, which is not currently in the room. I'll have to go get that after the first print. And what else? We're going to be talking about the Author 2 Writing Conference, which is coming up. I'm very excited. I don't mistake my tiredness for lack of enthusiasm. I'm very, very excited. I'm just very tired. And we're going to get some sprints done today and get some writing done. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm sure I'll say that a lot throughout this thing as people come and go. And right on. My hair is currently pulled back because I'm munching on a sandwich while we do this. This was a last minute impromptu kind of dealy, but I hope to be here for a while working on some projects. All right, y'all, let's do it. Okay. Let's get some music on in the background. All right. Cool. Now, as I was saying before, welcome. My name is Adrian Santiago. I'm a sci-fi fantasy author. I was making sure the mic was on. And my series is called Mythic, as you can see. Shadow of the Spark is the first book. It's a crime thriller set in that sci-fi fantasy world, and it kicks off a whole series of books. I'm currently writing book 2, in which our view of the world zooms out, and we get to explore some new places and get some new stories. We're going to get to the new books. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get a 15-minute warm-up going. But for that, I need to share a video file. Oh yeah, it's too big to share that way, so I have to open it over here. I was not prepared. I apologize. Where was it? Nope. Okay, YouTube. Sprints. 30 minutes. Perfect. Okay. So it comes with music, so I am going to kill this music, and instead we are going to share our screen. We're going to share that. Boom. And we're going to use... Where's the layout I like? There it is. Very nice. See, that's not bad at all. Okay. All right. I'm glad I'm getting all of this nonsense out of the way, because that way when people get here, it'll look like I have my stuff together. All right. We're going to go 15 minutes. 14:51, 15:01. Perfect. All righty. I'm going to use this to finish my sandwich and get my stuff together, prepare my workstation, as it were, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. That's too loud. That's crazy. Guys, let me know if you can hear that or not. All right. All right. I don't even know if this is picking up the sound or if it's just video. I hope it is picking up the sound because the music's been cool. Just at about 20 seconds left. Um, let's get into it. Okay. So, I'm just making a banner here. All right. So, I'm doing something that I don't normally do. Normally, I am very adamant about only reading one book at a time. Normally, because I guess I didn't have much confidence in my own attention span, but also because of time. Thank you very much, Shannon. How nice. Thank you very much. I am also working on AWC things today on these sprints. So, boom. We are at here, my friend. So I've got some current reads. Normally I don't have time to read a book all the way through, and that frustrates me. And so I've just kind of given up, and I'm taking a page out of my wife's book, and I'm just going with the flow, doing whatever the universe tells me to. And right now, it's telling me to read multiple books at once to get it done. So that's what I'm doing. Let's do current reads. I have two current reads right now. I have one that belongs to me and one that comes from the library because I love libraries. Okay, I have been reading this for forever, but I'm finally buckling down and doing it. The McMurdo Triangle by Bradley Lejeune. I'm also going to be beta reading his newest book very very soon. I should be starting that, if not tonight, then tomorrow. So that was McMurdo Rift by Bradley Lejeune. Reading dark romance series, no fantasy, just romance. Yeah, I'm about to get into it on my book haul in a minute, but I'm also doing a thing with genre right now. So very nice, very nice. Uh, Mafia trope, nice. That sounds good, actually. I'm kind of into that. So yeah, McMurdo. Oh, I wrote McMurdo Rift. McMurdo Rift is a series. McMurdo Triangle is the second book. That's where I'm at now. McMurdo War is the one that just came out, and I believe I'm going to be reading the newest one very soon. The other book I'm reading is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. This badass cover. The detail in there is freaking awesome. Great cover. Simple, direct, to the point. Love it. I've been learning a lot reading this thing. I got it from the library, and I am just picking up one or the other based on how I'm feeling in the moment, and that seems to be working out for me. And I'm getting some reading done. I've never read more than one book at the same time, so this is very new to me. I'm trying to navigate those waters. Uh, you have read that Lejeune book. Oh, I did not know that. No, so well, basically, it's uh, Neil Gaiman going, "Hey, I want to make Norse mythology accessible to people. So I'm going to study everything there is to study about Norse mythology. I'm going to learn everything there is to learn about it. And then I'm going to tell the stories that are Norse mythology. So this is just all the stories of Odin, all the stories of Thor and Loki, and all that stuff is in here. Like you just read this and you're just reading Norse mythology. It is Neil Gaiman writing it, you know, as modernly as he can, but ultimately it's Neil Gaiman, so it's very fantastical and amazing, and I love it. Like for example, I was not aware that Loki is Odin's brother, not Thor's. Marvel lied to me all these years. I had no idea. I legitimately thought that Loki was Thor's brother. He's not. He is Odin's brother. So, boom, Norse mythology. That's what's up. Thank you so very much for the Happy Father's Day. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so very much. I'm having a good one. I'm having a very book centric Father's Day, which is nice. I took my kids to Barnes and Noble uh, because money got so tight last week that Daddy had to borrow some money from the boys, um, and when it came time to pay them back, because I made it to the paycheck, I gave them extra, and the whole point was for Charlie to use it to buy a new book. And for Felix to use it to buy a new toy, because Felix is always demanding new toys. Well, go buy it yourself. So, we went to Barnes and Noble for Charlie, and we went to Target for. Oh, they do become blood brothers with Odin, Thor's father, after participating in. Well, see, I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't gotten that far yet. Spoilers, Shannon. Spoilers. Spoilers for Norse mythology from thousands of years ago. Um, yeah, shame, shame. Um, that's hilarious. Okay, I was supposed to be timing our break here. I'm gonna start another sprint soon, but anyway, let me finish up what I was doing here. Yeah, I should have read it by now. You're right. I should have read it by now. So let's talk about the new books then. It's Father's Day. I went to Barnes and Noble. My kids got what they wanted to get. I got what I wanted to get. Um, I wanted a short story collection that I was guaranteed to finish reading because I need to write some short stories and I need some inspiration in that matter. And I need to see lots of different examples of what a short story could be. And enter Trigger Warning by Neil Gaiman. I picked this up. There was a very big and beautiful hardcover edition, and there was this floppy, weird cover paperback. And I opted for this one because it's cheaper, and I'm pinching pennies. So I was waiting in the car for my wife, who was taking her time shopping in Target, and I was, I figured I'm just going to read one. Here, let me put this up. I'm just going to read one, and I just flipped to the first one, and it's called, I believe it's called Making a Chair. Da-da-da-da-da. There's like an introduction for every story because he's Neil Gaiman. So there's like a bunch of pages of introductions where you can look up. But yes, it's called Making a Chair. And it's all about how he intended to write today, but instead he's building a chair from like IKEA or something. He's taking it out of the box and putting it together. And the lesson that day taught him, that day where he was supposed to write, and instead he built a chair. So Neil Gaiman, everybody, masterful. It's a poem. It's not even a short story. It's a poem. The other book I got, I'm very excited about. Um, I have considered myself a fan of this author for a very long time. I have read so many of his books. I knew I hadn't read everything he had ever written. I knew that there were holes in my reading of his catalog. However, I had never heard of this book, and I found it browsing through his name because I was looking for something Michael Crichton. And what I found was this: Prey. And I'd like to read, excuse me, the blurb. In the Nevada desert, let's change this. In the Nevada desert, an experiment has gone horribly wrong. A cloud of nanoparticles, micro robots, has escaped from the laboratory. This cloud is self sustaining and self reproducing. It is intelligent and learns from experience. For all practical purposes, it is alive. It has been programmed as a predator. It is evolving swiftly, becoming more deadly with each passing hour. Every attempt to destroy it has failed, and we are the prey. That's the blurb. So, I got these two for very specific reasons. I need to write some short stories for the Mythic series, and I always find short stories very difficult to write. So this is meant to be inspiration for that, and this is meant to be inspiration for the more cyberpunky sci-fi side of the novel, up on the Spark in book two, whereas the stuff on the planet side, Gaia, will be far more fantastical and magical. And so this is meant to inspire sci-fi ideas in me. Mind you, I don't, it's never my, I'm not looking to copy anything that I read in here. It's to learn from his storytelling, to learn from how he utilizes this sci-fi landscape to tell this story. And the ideas that extrapolate from the ideas that are in his books. That's usually how I come up with my own ideas. Is it's kind of like how Tarantino does it, where like he'll watch a movie and there's a scene in it that he's like, man, that scene is amazing, right? That scene cuts in and cuts out. There's stuff that happens before it, there's stuff that happens after it that you don't get to see. It's just a scene. And Quentin will take that scene and stretch it out into a movie. That's why Reservoir Dogs exists. It's a scene from a movie that he turned into an entire movie. So that's kind of where I'm coming from it, where like you can just you see an idea that inspires you, and then that like blows up into something crazier. Uh, I'm glad you like the blurb. Yes, Jurassic Park. He is the man. Building a chair. You're awesome. All right. It tells me the book is definitely not for me. Never read Crichton because too scary. Really? I find that surprising. Completely understand about getting inspired, how other writers approach things and writing. Yeah, yeah. Like when I wrote Shadow of the Spark, the things on my mind were Altered Carbon, and without me telling anybody that that was one of the influences, somebody in their review included that comparison, that it's like Altered Carbon, and I'm like, cool, like that's, I was going for that, I was going for that flavor, I was going for that feel. So it's not that I borrowed anything from Altered Carbon's story, it's that I was inspired by its vibes, and I wanted to, like, I wanted those vibes in my story, but my story is completely different. um, I like to find the things that I want for a project, and extrapolate on them. And so when I read that blurb, I was like, there are things in my book that I think would benefit from me reading this master of the genre, like reading his take on it. Love the first season of Altered Carbon. Yes, me too. I didn't like the second season, but that first season, I was like, that's the vibe. That's what I'm going for. That's the feel I would. It was hard to get. Yeah, I never finished it. I started it twice, and both times I think I got Couple episodes in, and I was like, wah, wah. It's just it wasn't the same. Yep, haven't read the book. It's my understanding that the book is kind of hard to read, hard to get through. But they say the same thing about Dune. So, yep. Same, same. But anyway, Prey by Michael Crichton is the other one that I got today. So I'm not starting those yet. I have to finish the books that I am currently reading first, but those are next on the list. Okay, I'm going to go back into another sprint. I'm going to get some stuff done. See you all on the other side. We're doing a 20-minute sprint. So let me get the time already. 20. Boom. 20:05. All right, y'all. Here we go. Last 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 seconds here. Jesus. uh, all right. All right. Well done, y'all. Well done. So, anyone who's into it, go ahead and share your progress in the chat. Uh, During the 15-minute warm up, I worked on my WC content. I am perfecting the script. And during that 20-minute sprint, which I'm going to change that. Ten-minute break. All right. So, in the comments, worked on the show notes for AWC. Very nice. Very nice. I'm looking forward to all the programming I'm going to be able to catch and the rewatch on the ones that I miss because I will be working Friday and Saturday, but Sunday I'm off, and that's the day that my talk is on. So I'm excited. Finished the opening session, first page critique panel, Friday night happy hour. Very nice. Lots of progress. Happy Father's Day. Thank you very much, Eloise. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. All right. Nice. Very nice. I like it. I like it. On that 20-minute sprint we just did, I worked on my book 2, and I feel like I unlocked something. It feels pretty good. As I was finding a completion to a particular character's story arc in my plans, it kind of made everything else click. And now I know that I'm going to be able to um, do things a little differently than what I had originally planned, but it's gonna have a better outcome, and I think it's going to be a better book. And it'll essentially have two major storylines going on at once, but only two. And they'll have a lot of characters involved in them, and we are going to get some point of view, chapter switch ups and stuff like that. But ultimately, it is all just two stories. And I think that's the best way to do it, because in the first book, I had a lot of stories going on. I'm going to streamline it in this one. Got all the video descriptions done. Very nice. You are killing it. Once I finish this show note and the one for the closing session, I'll draft the emails to all the speakers making appearances during those shows. Wow. It's a lot of work to put this thing together, huh? Then schedule the live streams, and last, send the emails with all the info. Happy Pride Month from the company I work for, Air Wellness. Higher love, y'all. Higher love, y'all. Saying hi to Andy. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Pride. Eloise, welcome, by the way. I'm growing happier and happier to see you every time I see you. So, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. All right, all right. Okay, so yes, so I'm excited about that. I think that it's going to make my second book a better written book, better structure, better, flow, better flow. I'm going for better flow on this one. All right, Emma's here. She was for like a second, and then she bounced, I think. Hello to all. So we're going to probably do one more sprint before we wrap things up today. It'll be another 20-minute sprint. I'm going to get some more work done on one project or the other. I might start a short story, but maybe not. Maybe I'll wait till I read a couple of these first. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to work on in the next sprint. She was AS. Oh, she was. Yeah. So let me put some music on in the background because I'm already getting like antsy listening to the silence. All right, let's go with. Sure, why not? Okay. All right. So what else? There was something else to go over. Yes. I didn't. Yes. Boom. Especially good now that Shannon's here. Let's talk about it because so I'm going to be doing a talk on the emotional roller coaster that is publishing a novel. Launch week is what I'm focusing on. You know, the build up, the execution, the hangover, the inevitable something went squirrely and I had to problem solve, like all that stuff. And for any authors in the chat who have published a novel and know what I'm talking about, and you have not filled out my questionnaire, uh, let me know in the chat and I'll share an invitation link. I'll get that while you guys let me know because I would very much like to know about your experience. And here's a link. Boom. Copy. All right, now I got to put it in the right chat. I don't think that you did, Shannon, but only because I know how busy you are. I didn't send you one. I just didn't want to pile more on you. Um, where is? Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh no! There you go. Let's not do that. That would be awful. All right, so I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Click this to fill out author emotion no roller coaster questionnaire. I have misspelled questionnaire. I have corrected my spelling of questionnaire, and I have shared the link for all of y'all. Boom. No, I don't think you did. I don't think I sent it to you. All right. So, if any of you want to fill it out, just click on that. It's in the chat. And yeah, fill it out for me. I would love to know what your emotional journey was like when publishing your novel. It can be your first novel. It could be your 100th. I don't care. If it was an emotional journey for you, please tell me all about it. Fill out the questions. Um, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I didn't want to bother you. There were several of you that I was just like, don't bother them. They're very busy. um, so that's what I'm going to be talking about at this year's AuthorTube Writing Conference 2024. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a really interesting little talk that I have prepared for you guys. I'm putting the finishing touches on the script, and we're going to have some quotes gathered by that questionnaire. And I'm gonna have some what you call it, some questions. I'm gonna take some questions from the chat. So that's going to be a good time. I'm hyped about it. I'm excited to catch all of the different talks and seminars and whatnots. Yeah, I'm psyched. It's going to be fun. Last year's was awesome, and I can just tell that Shannon is really bringing the thunder this year, um, if I may be so bold as to say so. All right, we're at under a minute. I'm gonna stop this thing and get ready because it's gonna be 20 minutes. Okay. So, boom. It's bigger and better. Not done on purpose, but it's growing. Yeah, I can't wait, Shannon. It's going to be dope. Okay, I'm here scraping Amazon for some keyboard ads. Nice, very nice. We're about to get into our final sprint of the afternoon here. 45 speakers in order for $4.5 worth of prices for the keyboards. Over $4.5 worth. Hi, Nicole. Hello. Hi. Hello. Go and fill out that form. Please do, Eloise. Please do. I'm very interested in your take. Cleaning up the house before I return to the mines with the boy. The mines. 4.5K. Whoa! Okay. Okay. I see you, Shannon. $1. Please, Nicole, just scroll up a little bit in the chat and fill it out. It's all about the emotional side of publishing week, launch week. When you launch your book, that build up, the execution, the aftermath, all this stuff. Yeah, yeah. I have books in the prizes there for AWC. So uh, yeah, it's man, it's wow, 4.5K. That's crazy. That's crazy, Shannon. That's nuts. All right, let's do this. Um, After this, I'll come back on for a minute to say goodbye, but this will be the last sprint of the day. So if you bail during the sprint, thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you very much for checking out my channel. Uh, Hello. Thank you for booping the like button. I appreciate that, Cat. Very nice. Very nice. To review before diving into the sprint today, uh, the two books that I picked up today for Father's Day for myself, because that's how that rolls, is Trigger Warning by Neil Gaiman, a collection of short stories, the first of which is a poem that has already knocked me on my ass, and Michael Crichton's Prey, which is about a cloud of nanobots that turns evil. I, I can't wait to read it. Going to hop over for giggles with Andy. Don't want to be productive today. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm going to work a little bit on book two. That form link is for Adrian's AWC presentation. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes. Uh-oh. It's not working? Oh, I don't. I did update that because of the people for AWC. So hang on. I'll get you rich. Hang on. All right, all right. The wrench is coming, Shannon. The wrench is coming. Ba-da. Add as moderator. All right. I believe you have been wrenched, SD Houston. Miss Shannon of the SD Houston. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and start this thing. See y'all on the other side. Boom. 90 seconds left in the sprint. All right, y'all. Well done for those of you that worked. Most of us were just chit chatting in the chat. At a certain point, I was working, but at a certain point, I felt like, you know what, that's enough for today. Um, I had reached a particular point where I felt like it was okay to stop. I turn that off. So true, the way gaming words things is so wow. I've never heard it out that way before, kind of way. Yeah, yeah, that's what he does. Nice, killing it, Shannon, killing it. Um, okay, so I I feel like I did something really good today. I had a bit of an epiphany with the book. I see it now very clearly as two very big stories, but just two, as opposed to the very many stories I had before. It just so happens that these two stories have a lot of characters in them, and the best thing is that I can jump to whatever character is prevalent in the important moment of that story, but ultimately they're all telling one giant story. I think that's going to streamline book two. I'm very happy about that. I think it's going to be a lot better of a presentation and a better flow, a better read than book one was. Thank you very much, Margaret. Thank you. Yes, nice book haul today indeed. Only two new books today, but I'm very excited for both of them. I have to finish the two that I'm already reading. Book twos are hard. Yeah, I've been stuck in the like developmental phase, the early like, brainstormy, thought dumpy, kind of outlining but kind of not part. And now that I'm doing it in a more visual way, it's starting to click for me. It's starting to make more sense. It's been missing this like X factor that I couldn't put my finger on, and I think I just figured that out with this new formula of like the two storylines. I think it's going to make keeping things exciting for each character much easier, and fewer lulls in the story. It's going to be more fast paced, hopefully. But also at the same time, I'm not going to get as much story in as I thought I was in this first book. There are elements that I wanted to include in here that I don't think there's room for. Um, so they might get moved into future books in the series. I don't know. Things are kind of falling into place, but also throwing other things out of whack. But that's how writing is, right? My book two of the last series was the hardest, and and your second book for right now for your new series, you're saying is hard too. Yeah, book twos are hard. So glad I'm at the end of my book too. All right, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Doesn't like MMC. Your main character, my main character. Okay, got it. I was like, what is MMC? Uh, and I have to admit that I'm lost with this character arc. Yeah, I have found book two to be very, very challenging. I've literally like gone back to the start over and over again a couple of times now. Um, yeah, it's like, but the same thing kind of happened with book one, where I was like kind of trying to make it a thing, and I want it to be another thing. And I think that's kind of like what I'm running into with book two. It's just it's stubborn. It's being stubborn with me, and it's not letting me get away with bullshit. It wants to be really, really good. So it's like, no, this way. Male main character. Oh, okay, gotcha. Also have a female main character. Romance makes sense. Uh, yeah, you know, it's it's a process. We all know it is. We all know it is. Um, you know, and I can say this on here. I think I don't feel like this is a spoiler. Um, One of the things that the book was fighting me on was that because my three main characters are now a a a unit, now that they are all together, um, I ran into that thing that most storytellers run into, where they want to split them up in the next book. Not break them up necessarily, but just send them on separate paths so that they have these separate stories. And um, and I was trying to do that. I was trying to give them each their own path through the story so that they could have their own arcs, but they can have their own arcs while being on the same path. They don't have to be on separate paths. They can just still have separate arcs. So that's where I am now, where I think I'm going to keep them together uh, through the story, or the majority of it anyway. And um, and see what that dynamic brings, because I worked all last book to bring them together. It's kind of stupid to divide them up on separate adventures. So they're all going to have one big giant adventure, and I'm still going to get through all of their arcs. It's going to be great. Yeah, I'll bet. Plus, you'll have a little time away from it. Yeah, yeah, that's going to be good for you. Having a little time away from it after AWC, you're going to come back and give it a shot. Yours is going to be great. I know that much. Yours is going to be, yes. Shrivels up at the mention of Reem, knowing I still need to get my bum over there. Thank you. I hope it works. Like I said, I've kind of gone back to the start a couple of times. I've had some trouble with this book too, but I want it to be something special, and it does have to be something very different from book one, but yet it has to feel familiar. It's a whole thing, and I'm introducing like a whole new world. Like, I mean, you kind of got glimpses of it in book one, but we're gonna go there in book two, and we're gonna live there for a while. So it's uh it's a whole thing. Yes, I did that in book one, but I did that by having them on very separate adventures that all fed into each other, but like they were away from each other for many chapters. And now I feel like for this one, I think I want them together through the whole thing. uh, i'm just gonna I'm just gonna do it that way. And the big change, the other big change in this book, which I can also tell you, I don't consider it a spoiler, it's something to get hyped about, is that among all of my point of view characters, two of them are straight up villains in the story that get their own, chapters, their own arcs. So we're going to be in the minds of some messed up people. Three of them, actually, three of them. I just remembered there's three of them because I'm about to remove one character and and replace it with the other one. So yeah, 3 villains will be point of view characters in the books. Yeah, something like that. I think. Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited. So anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Go to booksbyadrian.com to join the newsletter. You're going to get updates from me every 2 weeks. So it's not every week anymore. It's every 2 weeks. This is an off week. I'll have one next week, I believe. I think that's how it is. I wrote that. It looks like this. Go to my website. You can buy paperback copies anywhere, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, whatever. You can buy ebook copies. You can buy signed copies directly from me on my website, and sign up for the newsletter because I am going to announce a new members only section to the website very soon. It'll have a soft launch where I invite all of my newsletter in, and you explore it a little bit, and that'll be fun. And then we'll grow it from there. Last thing, I need to bring attention to this. These are my goals. I need to sell 1,000 copies of Mythic Shadow of the Spark by, I know you can't read it, it's too small, April 2025, April of next year. That would be 2 years since its publication. I need to make it to 1,000. I've sold over 300 copies. I need to sell at least 1,000 because that needs to happen. So I need to make it happen. The incredible goal, this I believe is entirely attainable. This is my crazy goal that I'm still going to do, which is 1,000 copies sold of Mythic The Face of Gaia. That is Mythic Book 2 at release, April 2025. That is the dream, the goal for that. Full-time author by December of 2025. That is my goal there. I want to stop getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I took a page out of Jim Carrey's book, and I wrote a check to myself that is post dated to a certain date for a certain amount, and it is my responsibility to be able to cash that check. Thank you very, very much. I hope that I can do it. I know that I can do it. That's why I did that. Hold me accountable. I'm gonna do this. All right, y'all. Thank you so much again for being with me today. It's Father's Day. I wanted to do this. I wanted to get some work done. It is such a rare thing lately. And for those who read my newsletter, you know that I'm going through a bit of an emotional roller coaster of my own these days, and I'm doing some work on myself, and I appreciate all of your support through it, and you guys showing up to this is incredible support because I just wanted to get some work done. I knew it would be good for me, so boom. It's cool that you did that too. Like I said, I took that from Jim Carrey. He dude inspires me. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. Hasta la bye bye. Take care of yourselves. Check on your friends and family and loved ones and tell them you love them and all that good stuff. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Peace.